idioms, idioms. And I've got another song about idioms. Here we go.
I want some idioms. I want them now. I want some idioms, but I don't know how to learn them, how to remember them. All I know, I really think so, is that I want some idioms now. How to learn them, how to remember them. All I know, and I really think so, is that I want
love
some
AI.
idioms now. How to learn them, how to remember them. All I know, and I really think so, is that I want some idioms now. How to learn them.
And it goes on and on and on. Right, it's idioms. It is indeed. It's time for some idioms, like this one over here. But listen, let me switch round. I'm going to show you some idioms, if I can find my right picture. Where are we? We're over here. I'm going to show you a picture, and I'd like you to tell me what you think the idiom is. Connected to AI. Okay, here's the first picture. What do you think the idiom is? So, as Lucia says, idioms are phrases that convey a different message despite their own literal meaning. That's right. Very good, Lucia. Thank you for that one. So let's see. On cloud 9, lovely idea. Lovely. Felt over the moon. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. AI pilot. Almost. Ah, Dina. I think you are almost there. Spaceship. But what's the idiom? Ernesto, very good. Very good. I think you are there. Anybody else? Egg? Eggy? Yeah, absolutely, yes. It could be over the moon, but actually it's not quite there. Not quite there. I'm over the cloud? Over the moon. On cloud 9 means very happy. You are right there. You are right. Anything else? Something connected with autopilot. Yeah, you're right. So this one, right, this particular one is the following. I can do it now. I can show you this one. To be on autopilot means to use a system that operates automatically. Autopilot. Notice the stress. Autopilot, 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 autopilot. To be on autopilot. Stress should be there. To use a system that operates automatically. I'm going to try and help you with the stress. For example, I use Google Maps, so whenever I travel, my navigation is on autopilot. Okay. Sometimes when I'm driving, right, I'm not thinking. I'm just driving, listening to the music, and then suddenly I've arrived. And I think, how did I do that? I was on autopilot, right? I'm not thinking about it. I can do it on autopilot. Sometimes I can almost teach English on autopilot. I'm not thinking about it. It's just natural. It's automatic. Sometimes. Google Maps, whenever I travel, my navigation is on autopilot, right? Okay, that's the first one. Let's have a look at the next one, which is not this one, but number 2. What do you think? And I'm going to put a bit of background music on.
I want some idioms. I want them now. I want some idioms, but I don't know how to learn them, how to remember them. All I know, I really think so.
What do you think this one is? Look carefully at the name. Oh, nice. Interesting. It's a good expression. Almost. Oh, Dina. out of the box, like thinking out of the box. Nice idea. Yue, you are on form today. You're on a roll. Ernesto as well. Guys, you are fantastic. Anrin as well is talking about Pandora's magic. Think out of the box is a very good expression, but a different one here. Zlatiborka, you're actually getting it. Yeah, you're there. You're there. Luis as well. Absolutely. Yes. Pandora was opened almost. Yeah. You're very, very close. I think some of you have got it spot on. So the expression is, if I just bring me back in, is to open Pandora's box. You can say to open a Pandora's box. Sometimes we have a, sometimes we don't. And it means to create a lot of unexpected problems. It's nothing to do with opening a box, but the idea is that you open a box and all of these spirits come out and problems come out that you did not expect. Unexpected, right? For example, I'm unsure about using AI in healthcare. I think it's opening a Pandora's box and will lead to ethical problems we're not ready for. Okay? So I think it's going to create unexpected problems. And this is very common, I think, in many areas of AI. On the news this morning, I was listening to about the big, not the problem, but the worry politicians have in the UK. We've got the elections coming, and in the US, the elections this year. A big worry about AI creating deep fakes, fake videos that influence the voter, and we get the wrong result or a different result. So people think, yeah, AI, good, but it's opening a Pandora's box because all of these unexpected problems are going to appear. Very, very true, even if we get regulation. So it's a good expression, right? To open a Pandora's box. Good. So it's more negative. Yes, Christine, yes. Yeah, I think it's negative because, Abdullah, you were saying that it's a happy event. Not really. I think Pandora's box is it's more negative where people are worried. So very often we say, don't do that because you'll open a Pandora's box, right? It can lead to a negative consequence. Excellent. Good. Christian, hello. Happy to see you again as well. Hi. Yes. Salman, I like your comment. That's nice. And Finosin says, interestingly, in fact, lots of graduate programs, they teach about using the combination between data and AI to improve the health system. Interesting. Great. Excellent. Thank you for sharing. That's lovely. Okay. We're going to go on to, I'm looking for number, I've lost it. We're on idioms, right? But where is the next one? Number 3. Here, idiom number 3. Here we go. What's this one? Pablo says the vocabulary is mind-blowing. Great, good. To leg it. Donny, that's amazing. I love that expression. To leg it, to run away. Not quite. Lovely idea, Irfan. Krithiki, good idea. Last straw, maybe. It's all downhill now. Good. That's a good one, actually. Yes. Alex, you're almost there. DW, very, very good. Yeah, Nesto and Slatiborka are on the ball today, as is Hien Let. Yeah, excellent, excellent. You're all very, 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 very close. Okay, whoa, come down. Very, very, very close. So this one is slippery slope. Let me show you. A slippery slope. A slippery slope is a bad situation that will get worse, right? You can imagine you're starting to slide. Whoa, that's bad, but it's going to get worse because you're going down and down and down and down until you explode. So a slippery slope is idiomatic, and it just means a bad situation that will get worse. For example, relying on AI for hiring decisions. Well, let's call it hiring new recruits, would be easier. Is a slippery slope that could lead to more people being discriminated against. Okay, so it is a slippery slope. It's a bad situation that will get worse because more people can be discriminated against. Now, I don't know if you know this. I'm sure most of you do, but AI is based on language models. And so some companies use AI to filter candidates who want to join their company. But of course, if AI is trained on a language model that is biased or that discriminates against people, then the results will be discriminating against people. And so there's a big controversy, a big worry that using AI for recruitment will discriminate against people. In fact, AI in any role might discriminate against people, especially minority groups. And that's a slippery slope because you start going down, it gets worse, it gets worse, it gets worse, and the problem will just keep on getting worse. So this expression, a slippery slope, it's a nice one that we can use for this context, right? Ample, thank you, Saima Jahan. Relying on AI for writing a scientific paper is a slippery slope. Also, relying on AI to create IELTS answers is a slippery slope. I think it can be good, but to rely too much is a slippery slope. What's discrimination? Discriminate is to do something in favor or against a group of people. To discriminate against is to do something either in favor of some people or against a group of people. Yeah. Okay. It's my first time joining and my mind just feels like gotten awaken. You've just woken up. Good, good. Here's another one from Salman. Using AI-driven decision. Oh, beautiful English. Using AI-driven decision in laws and judgments might be a slippery slope. Oh, Salman Abadi, your English is beautiful and the idea is phenomenal, fantastic. Like it very, very much. Lovely one to share. Okay, excellent. Number 4, idiom number 4. Let's move on. We've had, where are we? Here's number 4. I'm just going to take that off for a moment. Right. Now, I think a lot of you know this one. Looking at the comments earlier on, I think a lot of you know this. Let me know. Let's see your comments, what you think. Eshan, yeah, very good comment. Absolutely. It's a nice idiom. Jump on the bandwagon. Mohammed Shamo Hamedi, lovely comment. Thank you. You're almost there. Almost. Elvira, spot on. Well done, Julia. Nice to see you. Alex, this is a really good one. Hold your horses is another expression. Actually, it's not the same one, but it's a different idiom. Yes. Alberto has got the same here. Nelson, to put the cart before the horse. Yes. Don't put your cart before the horses. Horses or horse? Yeah. Surav, very, very good. Excellent. Excellent. Very, very nice. Good. So let me bring this one back in, because you're absolutely right. To put the cart before the horse, which means to do things in the wrong order. For example, I think using AI-driven, nice, right? Using AI-driven teaching assistants before we understand their impact on learning is a mistake. It's putting the cart before the horse. I think using AI-driven teaching assistants is a mistake. Well, before we understand their impact on learning is a mistake. It's putting the cart before the horse, meaning that we should understand their impact on learning first and then use AI-driven teaching assistants. If we use them first and then later discover their impact, it's too late. It's putting the cart before the horse. So very often with AI, there are things that we are doing in the wrong order, right? Letting everybody use AI before having rules and regulation is putting the cart before the horse. We should have the rules first and then everybody using AI. So I'm just going to add here the expression that a few of you said, hold your horses, which is an interesting one, which just means wait. It is also it's an idiom. It's not used as a verb, it's used as an imperative. When you say wait, just hold your horses. So whenever you're in a meeting and somebody has an idea and says, let's do this, and you say, hold your horses. We need to think carefully first. Wait, right? Hold your horses. It's another nice, another nice idiom, subliminal advertising. Excuse me. Hold your horses. Wait. The other one, put the cart before the horse. So that's it. So excellent. We've got all of them there. We've got totally We've got to be on autopilot, number 1. To open a Pandora's box, number 2. A slippery slope, number 3. And to put the cart before the horse, number 4. And these are your idioms for today.